Hello, this is Daphne. Welcome to Of Darkness and Light. I want to tell a story about a mom who is just getting her shot to be a mom, who was dating around because they were lonely, getting messed up, missing people, finding themselves very alone, only spending their time with their daughter, got motivated, wanted to create art, was already messed up at that time by plant medicine overusage and abuse. Came out of a relationship that really messed me up in the time before this, like September. And I just decided I was going to write books, and I was going to do that for me. And I come home from my first trip away as myself, just me, in a cabin. It was really pretty. And I'm painting on my nights off, and I'm doing art. And I stood up to emotional abuse that has gone on too long. I have been made to feel myself a manipulator by someone who is the kind of person that manipulates and cannot admit they're manipulating. And they have laid their hands on me because I stood up to their emotional abuse too strongly. And I was watching my daughter that night, and their screaming woke her up. They had lifted a big toy with a sharp corner, and they were going to swing it, or were thinking about it, because I was laughing at them for trying to gaslight me that I had been a bad person about something that was clearly them being insecure. I have an insecure ex who is even more insecure now, who is using my disability that they created along with others, along with society, but they the most, by not only doing that to me, but then not leaving when I demanded they did, when they had places to go, saying they didn't, saying it was their home, forcing me to stay in a place with someone who had physically abused me. I locked my bedroom door. They were gaslighting me about how I called them violent and how that was a bad thing to do to somebody who was a black woman. Anyways, I was locked in my bedroom for days. I sent a crazy message. They filed police reports on me. They are not communicating with me. I am disabled, and I'm trying to find a situation to land. They are not helping. They're leaving me stranded. They do come to swing by and bring my daughter. But now we're at a point where I am figuring things out from the inside out. And there was a situation where they came over tonight, and I told them about this thing that I had put online, and it talked about an old dream we had. It was a little presumptuous, but I was talking from my heart. Like, oh, maybe we could get a farmhouse where there's a house, and then we could be family. Okay, she told me when she was over here, I'm thinking about what I want to do now, and it's different. I didn't even think about that. I don't know what's going on with her. She might be going away with somebody. She might be moving somewhere. She might have somebody. Whatever the plan is, I don't know. I am the disabled retard who, in their mind, who is, they have only resentment for being disabled, for falling behind in finances, for always being somebody who is not prone to taking care of finances, who's somebody that stood up and left a relationship of abuse, and then they abused them constantly, therefore, and ruined people's perception of her by conversations that I was not privy to. And the simple fact that they're a cisgendered woman and I'm a trans woman, and everybody perceived me after I was abused, reaching out for help, speaking from my guts, asking for women who were holding community with me to be like, oh wait, this is a male abuser or a really sad situation. Like, moms do stuff like that. Sometimes they smack their kids, dude. Sometimes they smack their kids. It's like, no, I've never done that. I don't fucking care. My whole life is about to be ruined. And I know, like, I just called my ex a retard a bunch of times in front of my daughter. It was torture to me. They don't fucking care. They don't fucking look up what schizophrenic executive dysfunction is. They won't talk to me about it. And guess what? My big brain put together the message behind what they said. They are thinking about moving away. They have family in different places. They're not even talking to me about it. I am getting raped by a woman who was my ex, who put her hands on me. I'm the best mom. She put her hands on our kid, dude. It's known. I won't speak about it. They've come over to my place and seemed very, very sad. I'll stop talking about it. We don't talk about that. We let moms do that when they're cisgendered moms, but when you're a trans mom, guess what? You're the fucked one no matter what. Guess what? If you're disabled and you need somebody to take care of you and your family hates you because you're trans and they don't understand, nobody gives a shit, you get abused, you start going crazy, you're schizophrenic, nobody cares. You have such executive dysfunction, you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your finances, you can't take care of your life. You come back from a crisis center after going crazy, after sending the message that creates the most executive dysfunction in you, trying to get help from the middle of the situation. And they are moving out. And I'm like, oh, I'm not in a place to move out. I guess I'll just go into mega debt and stop paying all my bills except for this apartment. And so I can stay here for 2 months alone through the holidays. I was alone here all the way through November and December by myself. I didn't have any friends visit. I didn't see anybody for the holidays, not one person. I cried like a little kid when my neighbor gave me a Christmas present. So grateful for her. It's the worst thing that anybody's ever done, dude. And it starts with that bitch. And I don't care. Fucking gaslit me to not say it. I need help. If you're listening, they're gonna fucking hear this probably. I don't care, because there's snoopy people that watch my shit and probably tell her when I talk about her. I don't give a fuck, dude. Why would I give a fuck? She's gonna take away my daughter from me. I am a competent person now that just needs a place to stay. She doesn't care. She's done this to me. I've asked for help. She'll give me a hug. She'll be nice. She'll talk about how she's struggling. She'll ignore how she probably has a big fat savings account when I need fucking $20 to live. That always happened. Denial of the truth always happened. Me speaking like this is not a good thing for that bitch. This is a problem because I'm a great mother, because my body could literally never do that to my child. Inside our bodies is a fact. Our children are to be protected from all aggression from their parents, from their fucking biological parents for their whole lives. It's a fact of the body, and I would never, even a teenager, I would never tear them down the way I tore her down for saying she wouldn't accept money from people if I got humanitarian efforts to help us as a family. I was like, oh wait, I guess I don't have a family anymore. And it's gaslighting. It's just a story. It's just, they spin me around in circles and make it about bullshit. Make it about, you didn't understand me right. It's like, dude, I heard what you said. Why would you not? It's like, and then I just called her retarded because that's the most retarded thing. I was like, I don't care what the fucking answer is. It's like, this is retarded, dude. And my daughter's here. I can't help that kind of executive dysfunction because it comes from everyone around me. That's the only person in my life, and they are an abuser too. Guess what? Daphne is completely alone, and their wife is planning something that they won't tell them, that I'm still married to because they've never filed the fucking paperwork. Because who knows? Deep down, they might just hate me because they want me back, dude. I don't fucking care. It's the worst thing anybody's ever done. And it's everybody. Everybody. And I blamed one person because they were the person I went to go to help for, and the way they blocked me was like the worst thing that ever happened to my brain, dude. But the way that my community and the world responded to me being a trans woman who was abused by her ex, and then has my family took her side, and she doesn't even want their side, so they just hate me. And it's just like, she had a family that I was like a part of in a little bit of a way, and they don't give a shit. And I'm just like, fuck me, I guess. Fuck me, I guess, for being the best fucking mom in the world, dude. It's like, I read The Awakened Family. And I was like, this is it. You got to be a Zen master. You got to take every reflection of your child and you got to see what you're doing wrong to make yourself think, oh, they just screamed and I felt the urge to tell them not to. What's wrong with a child screaming when they want to? Let them use their body. It's like your job is to steer them in protection. And then like, yeah, if you need to quiet them down, you got to find a way to do it. Just be like, hey, honey, can you keep it down a little bit? Like, my brain's hurting. But don't tell them they're wrong. And that's the thing. It's like, people do parenting wrong. You need to be a Zen master, dude. That's parenting, is to not project anything at your kids. And I do that like a champion, especially now, because I'm in my fucking bones. My bones tell me I can't do it. But they'll never believe it after I yelled at them about being a retard as they were running away with my daughter, which is a metaphor for the whole situation. So voila. Thank you, world, for watching as this gets terrible. I will accept help from the person I always wanted help from if they're watching. Maybe my DNA knew that was going to happen. Forgive me. Jesus Christ. If somebody else is out there watching that could actually help, I would love that even better, dude. Queen, dude.